I'm PK along with Dr. Nathan Unruh, and we want to challenge you today because there are a lot of people over the course of history that changed history, really, but it wasn't without people thinking, oh, they're really odd. Those people are different, and their ideas weren't accepted. So just take a moment. We're asking you just to sit back and watch this video for 1 minute.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
So in the video, we see historical people who really changed the world, changed science, changed flight, changed how we look at so many different things.
As I look at those people, I guarantee you during their time, people are saying they're crazy. Mm-hmm. Today, we try to medicate them.
Definitely.
Right?
Well,
So many of
Einstein,
them.
yeah.
Look at Einstein, Muhammad Ali. Look at them. I mean, you look at all the number of people in that. I think it's a brilliant commercial that Apple did about the idea of thinking different. And it inspired me and motivated me when I saw it. And it reminded me back to those when they first ran those commercials of thinking, how many times do we get stuck doing it?
Same old. We've never done it any other way than this. It's always been done like this, so it must work.
Absolutely. And I think it's so many different areas of our lives. I mean, think about our business, number one. This is the way we've always done this. This is the way we only can do this. And we're not even open to what are the possibilities. You look at our marketing strategies. It reminds me of Seth Godin's book, The Purple Cow. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're driving down the road and you looked in a herd of cows and you saw a purple one, that would be different.
You'd wonder if you were in the land of Oz.
That's right. Whether it be the way that your office flows, how you're branding your company, whether it be how you are as a human being, are you trying to be your true self or are you trying to fit in?
And do it like how your predecessor did it?
Absolutely.
That's a big part of it too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Or how your father did it?
Absolutely, yes.
You know?
Or whoever it was, right, that came before. Mm-hmm. So I think the main thing that we want to make sure that we're challenging ourselves, begin each and every single day with a beginner's mind. Wake up and say, what are the new opportunities? What are the things that I may be missing? And that's when you begin to start to see new possibilities for your business and for your life.
So let me throw a little monkey wrench into this for somebody who's listening and they're like, no, that makes me so uncomfortable to do that. What would be like even just baby steps for somebody to be uncomfortable, because it's going to be uncomfortable to change? Is there like even just one step that they can master that and then they can think, well, I can change this and better my business?
You know, I think, PK, you bring up a great point of, all right, how do I get to that next step? Is it just dip my toe in the pool?
Exactly.
How do I go for a swim? Mm-hmm. I think number one thing is that you have to say, what's the timeline? So I have people say, I'm not ready to make that change. No problem. After 6 months or 90 days, if you're getting the same results that you are today, at that point in time, are you willing to change? So again, give yourself a timeline, right? I think that's number one.
That's good.
Number two, start getting little wins.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
If you start winning little things, sometimes it's hard to see something all grown up. But how about just change your schedule? Just change your hours. Just change your technique. How about just rebrand who you are? Concentrate on one thing. Take 90-day increments, one day at a time. You got 168 hours every single week. Just start getting some wins. Because here's the thing. Our brains, when we get wins, produce dopamine.
It feels good.
It feels good.
Mm-hmm. And you want to do that again.
And winners keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it something they go, the dynasties? Well, it's easy once you start to develop a winning program. People want it. They're magnetic to it. Us as individuals are no different. So in order to, you got to think different and start winning.
Maybe there's some merit also to, I'm thinking of Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
How many times did he strike out?
Oh, great point,
Yeah.
PK.
But yet, who do we think of as one of the most incredible hitters of all time?
Yeah.
But he just kept swinging.
Nobody in the history of American sport has made the same impact that Babe Ruth made on the world of baseball. The inventor of the home run. A powerhouse who built the reputation of an entire club. A larger-than-life figure who revolutionized his sport.
You know, I think that's such a great point and a great example. So let's take a Major League Baseball player, Babe Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to land yourself in the Hall of Fame if you bat 300. 300, that means you got to succeed 3 out of 10 times.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you know what? So take that. I think that's a wonderful analogy.
Mm-hmm. Instead of 10 out of 10.
Instead of 10 out of 10. And that's what we try to do. You fail when you didn't get to the plate again, so keep swinging.
Yeah.
I look at the NFL football players, the running back, the Barry Sanders, those guys who are in the NFL, they didn't run the ball for 10 yards every time they touched the ball. They may have ran for 3 yards, lost 2, run for 7, but they never quit hitting the hole. They never quit trying. And really, 4.3, I think, is the number. Don't quote me on the exact number, but I think it's somewhere around that. That'll put you in the Hall of Fame. So I think that's a great analogy to say, don't forget to keep swinging.
And don't be afraid to maybe fail, but really be more afraid of never trying.